Is there a motion to go back into session, please?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Next item on the agenda has to do with contract agreements and resolutions. The resolution regarding Old Floydsburg Road. Magistrate Hounds.
Judge, I'd like to make a motion that you sign the resolution affirming the ownership and maintenance of the right-of-way of the purchase of Old Floydsburg Road Improvement Project. Oh, Belinda, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, Belinda Demas is here, wants to help you explain that.
I'll let you, sorry. Okay, trying to get ahead of myself.
This is a resolution authorizing the Transportation Cabinet to purchase right-of-way on behalf of Oldham County and in the county's name for the Old Floydsburg Road project. Without the resolution allowing the Cabinet to buy the right-of-way on the county's behalf, the right-of-way would be acquired by them and entitled to them, and then it would take another step to move it back to county's ownership. This just cuts out that step, and they buy it in our name. And then it also says that Oldham County will be responsible for maintenance of the right-of-way and facilities upon completion of the right-of-way phase, since it's a county road.
And I'll second Chris's motion.
Motion made and seconded that I sign this resolution allowing KYTC to purchase right-of-way in our name on Old Floydsburg Road. Any objections or questions? Magistrate Greenwell.
Thank you. So they're basically acting as our agent.
They are. They keep a part of the federal funds for oversight, and in exchange for that money, one of the things they're doing on this project for us is acquiring the right-of-way. Acquiring right-of-way using federal funds is getting more and more complicated. They have to oversee it anyway. If they just go ahead and do it, it just simplifies the process for this project and make sure that it's done correctly.
Now, when the question was asked, who's responsible for maintaining the right-of-way, and that would be us, is there any excessive right-of-way here? I mean, like more than the standard 60-foot roadway? I mean, are we going to be mowing acres or?
No, no,
Okay,
no.
okay,
I wasn't sure I followed your question, but
Yes.
no, it's they're only purchasing what we need
okay.
for the project.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Let the record show that Magistrate Leslie did not return after the break, please. Next item on the agenda would be a resolution for the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, applying for an enforcement grant. Chief Smith has slugged it out here all afternoon to get to this point, so.
Yeah, it's well worth it, Judge, well worth it. This is the same grant we apply for every year. It's a traffic enforcement grant through the Department of Highway, through the Department of Officers of Highway Safety. We have to have a resolution signed in order to apply for the grant for the next grant application cycle. So basically, it's just the same thing we do every year.
How much did we get this year, do you know?
We had $48,000 this year, and it's a shared grant between us and the Sheriff's Office. And the grant calls for some parameters for what they want us to do, but then we have some options ourselves for the rest of the money. So basically, it's for additional traffic enforcement, DUI, and we can use it in our high traffic areas as well, like in 71.
Slow down people on Cedar Point Road.
Cedar Point Road, we can do that, yes, sir.
Judge, I'd like to make a motion, we accept resolution 0201-2318.
Second.
All right, any discussion? Magistrate Dye?
Chief, normally we have, is this the one that you're directed towards a specific group of items that he wants you to do? Or is this just
Yes.
who are we shooting for this year?
This is for, to reduce injury accidents and reduce collisions overall, to increase DUI enforcement, arrest, to increase speeding citations, to increase seatbelt usage. And
Yes.
there are some parameters, the hours, 50% of the money's got to be spent on what they call nighttime hours, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., which we do. And the rest of the money, we can kind of move it, or move the enforcement to where we feel like there's a necessity for it.
Is that like surface streets and or interstate or is?
It's any street in the county, yes.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Okay, thank you.
you. Now we have some board appointments. The first person I'd like to ask be reappointed to the Board of Health is Dr. Tracy Ragland. for a term to expire December 31st, 2019. This is a reappointment. Dr. Ragland is excellent position, done a good job on the board.
Judge, I'll make that motion.
Is there any discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next appointment is to the Code Enforcement Board, reappointment of Mark Allen for a term to expire January 20th, 2021.
I'll make that motion, Judge.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on Mark Allen? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The Code Enforcement Board is the board that if you violate any of our ordinances and do not get yourself in compliance, you will be cited and have to come to this room and appear before the Code Enforcement Board, which will try to get you to comply or fine you if you don't. So, or lessen your fine if you do. It could be either way. Finally, we have the Board of Adjustments. I'd like to ask for the reappointment of Rob Houchins for a term to expire January 1st, 2022.
Make that motion, Judge.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. The Board of Adjustments, we have a new member here, a new person from our Oldham area, so I'm trying to help him a little bit. Board of Adjustments, we have these ordinances that say, like you heard at the previous hearing, somebody wanted something 5 feet away from somebody else's house. You can get an adjustment on different ordinances that to be outside the rules, but you have to come and explain why and be approved by the Board of Adjustments. So now I have a new person for the Board of Adjustments. This is Ron Funk. Ron is the proprietor of Woodfield Homes in Crestwood. Ron would take the place of Mike Allen. I had a Mark Allen and a Mike Allen. Here he's taking the place of Mike Allen, who is leaving the board, and I appreciate Mike's 3 years on
Judge, I'll make that recommendation.
Second.
Okay, discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. And I thank Mike Allen for serving and wish him well in the future. Now we're about at the end of the meeting. We're going to take one pass through the magistrates to see if anybody has any announcements or comments they would like to share with the community. Magistrate Logston? Magistrate Dye?
One thing, Judge, on my phone here, there's the KYTC has put an alert out tonight for I-71 northbound between the mile markers of 11.3 and 24.7 from 7 a.m. to midnight. I would imagine that's for pothole patrol. So if you're going northbound tonight, get out there before 7 p.m. or wait till after midnight.
Magistrate Eldridge?
Easy for you to say.
Well, easy, huh?
Judge, appreciate everybody's hard work today. We've had a good meeting, but on a more somber note, many of you know the Wisdom family. Jeremy and his wife lost their child today to a battle with illness, so certainly want to remember that family. Thank you.
Very sorry about that. Magistrate Howns?
Nothing, Judge.
Magistrate Greenwell?
Thank you, Judge. I'd just like to thank Sheila for letting me vote today.
All right, Magistrate Tice?
Nothing, thank you.
All right, Magistrate Likens? I don't have too much else to add for today either. Next month, we'll be back on our regular meeting schedule, first and third Tuesdays of the month. We're working now with the state legislature, the legislature's in session. We're very optimistic that we're going to be funded for off-ramps on the bridge. Of course, nothing is final until it passes the final vote of the budget, but we do have money in the budget to pay for off-ramp design, construction, and engineering on the Louis Dampier Bridge. We're also asking for money to basically create an addition to the Oldham County Courthouse in the place of where the jail stands now. And that's another item we have before the legislature, and we're very hopeful that it can be funded. So that we're working on that behind the scenes, if you will, to try to achieve our county goals, as are the other counties in Kentucky. So thank you very much for being with us today in the auditorium here and also on Channel 184, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next month. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.